Hey guys, welcome to Red Balloon Films, and this is a movie talk episode. And the movie we're going to talk about is Signs, an old enough film starring Mel Gibson, Jacqueline Phoenix, and is directed by M. Night Shyamalan. This film is, I always thought it was a great film, right? And when I first watched it, I thought, you know what, an alien invasion film from the perspective of a farmer living isolated in a rural area. Brilliant, right? Brilliant. It's like, I mean, I loved Independence Day, right? Who didn't, right? I loved War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, right? One of the biggest Tom Cruise fans that exists, right here. But Signs was just this really nice, kind of felt like a low budget film, really well made. And then something occurred to me, and decades passed, and people still think that Signs is a film about an alien invasion. It's really not. I don't know any other way to say it other than they're not aliens, right? And I'm going to put a case together, hopefully, where you can maybe agree with what I think and what many other people think. There are numerous, I think, YouTube videos on this subject. I've seen an interview with M. Night Shyamalan himself talk about this very thing. But for me, there's very good reasons as to why they are not aliens, right? So the first thing, and what I'll do is I'll talk about, with regards to the film itself, right? What I'll do is I'll talk about how or why I don't think they're aliens. First of all, right? If you are a species capable of traveling across the cosmos in order to find a planet, the first thing that you want to do is not pick a planet that 3/4 of the body of which is a mineral that will burn you to death, right? As aliens traveling to Earth, they're supposedly weak or vulnerable to water, right? Earth is like 3/4 water, right? Or 2/3 water, right? There's water in our taps, right? We have water in our oceans, in our lakes. It rains water. So if you are an alien species capable of crossing the cosmos in order to, whether it's infiltrate and take a planet and the resources, or whether it's just to take people from that planet, you wouldn't do it on a planet where it's mostly made up of something that will kill you, right? Look at it this way. If Earthlings were going to go to a planet, we wouldn't pick one where 3/4 of the surface was acid, where acid ran from taps, against a race that drank acid, that needed to drink acid to survive, where it rained acid over and over again. Like, that would just be insane. Why would you ever go there? Makes no sense. Also, if you are an alien and you're going to go anywhere on a spaceship across the cosmos to another planet, why would you be naked? Why are you naked? Why are you not wearing any kind of uniform or clothing or protective gear? I mean, Jesus Christ, we go to the moon and we're like encompassed in this big huge ball of a head. We have a space suit on. We protect ourselves, right? So let's say you were going to go to Earth and you knew it's got water in the atmosphere. It rains water. There's water probably every few miles, right? It has oceans of water. This deadly liquid. You would wear protective gear. You would wear a spacesuit. Even in Independence Day, the aliens were inside an organic spacesuit, right? So you wouldn't go. It's like yeah, back in the day when they made E.T., okay, maybe, but even like Mars Attacks was smart enough to go, right, let's give the guys suits. Who doesn't wear a spacesuit, right? So, like, what are the aliens just wandering around naked on a planet that's 3/4 a deadly liquid that will burn their skin off? Makes zero sense to do that. This film spends its time telling you that they're aliens, but they're not actually aliens, right? It's just that people or individuals within the film immediately jump to that conclusion that they're aliens, because who wouldn't, right? You've been fed this stuff throughout your life watching movies, so when something like this was happening, you would think, oh yeah, okay, these are aliens, oh my god. But they're not. What they are demons. This film is all about religion and faith and demons. M. Night Shyamalan had an interview where he wanted to make a film about a religion and faith, and the studios wouldn't hear of it. So what he did was, he created one anyway and masked it as aliens. Right? But it's actually demons. Even the signs, the crop circles themselves, the symbols on the ground. What was that created by? They alluded to crop circles, aliens. That's what mankind has always believed, even though there's never been a single crop circle created by aliens ever in the history of the world, right? It's just something we correlate to crop circles, right? But if a spaceship was landing, it wouldn't make a crop circle. It would just burn a hole in the ground or something to that extent, right? They also wouldn't use crop circles to navigate, right? How the fuck does that work, right? They just traverse the cosmos in spaceships that have technology far beyond what we will ever have. And yet they need to make crop circles in order to show where they are or navigate where they are. We know they can talk to each other. They do it throughout the movie, right? So why not just have walkie-talkies or some shit? Again, the crop circles, it makes far more sense if they're demonic symbols. Not only that, it also makes more sense that they're not dressed in space wear, because they're not from space, they're just simply demons. Also, these demons walking around barefoot, having to tippy-toe around puddles because the water is like acid, are not actually vulnerable to water at all. They're vulnerable to holy water. Even in the film, it says that they found a primitive way to defeat them in the Middle East. Not in Wisconsin, not in Dublin, not in London, but in the Middle East, where the rivers were used to baptize people, where Jesus was, where John the Baptist baptized many a person. The rivers are therefore somewhat holy. It's holy water they're vulnerable to. The girl that lives in the house of Mel Gibson, even she herself, when she was born, didn't cry. And they tell you in the film, the nurse said she was like an angel, because she's an angel. This little girl who thinks the water is contaminated. It's contaminated. Love that. She's actually blessing the water. She's an angel, and she keeps leaving the water around because it's now holy water, right? So they're not allergic or vulnerable to water. They're vulnerable to holy water. And that's why in the Middle East, in a place that's renowned for religious and baptisms in the rivers, and the little girl who's an angel, or referred to as an angel in the film, it's only that water that actually affects them. The whole film itself is about a priest who has lost his faith in God after his wife is killed, and then at the end of the film regains his faith. Now, first of all, if they were actually aliens, why would that make you regain your faith? That just shows that the universe is filled with living species and organic evolution, right? Kind of flies in the face of a god, right? They're demons that came to take people away. And this whole film is about religion and Mel Gibson's character's faith or lack of faith. And then he restores his faith by the end of it. That's his entire character journey. Even in the middle of the film, there's a massive monologue, a brilliant monologue, where they talk about whether or not you believe that things happen for a reason, or that things just happen. Whether or not there's such a thing as destiny. And I love the scene where Jacqueline Phoenix talks about the girl who nearly gets sick, but he took a chewing gum out and he avoided getting puked on while he was kissing her. Brilliant. But It's just an anecdote to describe that he believes things happen for a reason. This whole film is about things happen for a reason. Mel Gibson's wife died. Well, Mel Gibson's character's wife died for a reason. And she saw the impending, not invasion, but, or if you want to call it invasion, you can, the invasion of demons. And she said, swing away. And she said, for him to see, right? To see the signs. But it's just not about aliens, it's about demons. Right? Nothing about it screams aliens other than your own mind. Again, they're walking around barefoot on a planet with a deadly substance that will burn their skin off. If they are aliens and in fact simply vulnerable to water and nothing else. Why on earth would you be on a planet walking around barefoot with a substance that will burn your skin off falling from the sky? It makes far more sense. Especially in the context the whole film is about faith and religion, that they're demons and they're only vulnerable to holy water. Guys, what do you think of this? Do you think that they're naked aliens running around trying to tippy-toe around water puddles because it's deadly? Or are they demons coming to take humans away? And God, faith, angels, holy water are what stopped them in the end. Now, I know for a fact it is a case that they are demons. M. Night Shyamalan actually explained it in an interview that he did, that they are demons, they're not aliens, in a way we would think of aliens coming to invade the earth, etc. Really, really good tidbit. I think if you watch this film again, knowing that they're demons being mistaken as aliens, it will make a lot more sense to you. Let us know what you think, guys. Love to hear your thoughts. Just comment in the chat below. We're going to have more live videos coming from you around movies such as Signs, around the DCU, around the MCU, talking about old DCEU movies. We'll be talking about everything coming. The Supergirl film coming, the Superman film coming soon. We just did a trailer reaction on Fantastic Four, so I hope you like that. Most importantly, we have cartoons coming. We are going to be making short 1 to 2 minute cartoon episodes of Little Bastards, and I hope that you can enjoy them. 2025 is going to be a big year, and we're striving to hit 5,000 subscribers, guys. We broke the 1,000 barrier mark last year. I was delighted with that, really happy. Want to try and hit 5,000 overall this year. So if you could like, subscribe, and share with your friends, or comment and just get involved in the community. I want to try and build a really nice, fun sense of community around talking about movies and this kind of stuff. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share them below. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.